Lay back, relax, enjoy it all. Saturday night, it's time to say no more. S&M with Tally and Chaos Steve. Come pleasure or pain, welcome to the stream.
Alright, well, no need echo. Hi, everyone. We should be live at this point. You should be able to see us if I did all this right. Say hi, Tally.
Hi! Does everyone love our starting song as much as I do?
Yeah, I need to edit some of this stuff a little bit. But this is our new setup. This should be how things go. I need to turn this off. That's just annoying.
Well,
The
that's all the
gradient's just
technical setup.
Yeah.
That's just the technical setup. We do have to do all like... I will have a proper set eventually.
I'm also going to move this window up just a tad.
So, we've got something very special in store for everyone.
Well, yeah, but we'll get into that in a minute. Hi, everyone. I'm Eve. This is Tally.
Hi.
And welcome to S&M. So how's everyone doing?
Oh my god, I'm so excited about what we've got to show it, what we've got for everyone. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I fixed it. Everything looks good now. They can't even see the little Discord icon. We're using Discord now.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So you may be noticing there's a nice little bubble in the middle here. That says S&M.
That took Holly to, that.
Well, I was just thinking how long. I'm not going to say how long it took him. Not going to say how long it took him. Just want to say that was.
Polydub did it, and we love him for it.
Polydub decided he was gonna, do it, and we're very grateful to Polly. He was so sweet to put that together. That would have taken me hours, and he put it together really fast and was just like, yeah, here, I was bored, and I was like,
we love you. Also, you noticed our banner at the beginning. That was the Kefki, of course.
Yeah, so we got the new banner up on the channel. We put it up on the Twitter. It's in Discord.
Yes.
We got new shit, kids. Hi.
Yay! We've actually got something resembling something that's professional.
Somewhat, just a little bit. Just a little bit. I promise. I
It
promise I'll be
months.
unprofessional later.
It took us 2 months, but we got it.
Yes, that's because Eve was lazy with the Photoshop skills, so.
Well, Photoshop's hard, man.
It really is. It's not as easy as if people think it is. People are just like, oh, it just works like paint. No. Nothing works like paint.
Oh, and something everyone might be interested to know. It's Mustafa's birthday.
Yes, it is. I says, Mustafa, you need birthday spankings? Yes, you do.
And I do not have a paddle on me. God damn it. Damn.
I think you're going to need to get a spanking, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Darn. Let's see. Who do we have in chat? We got Miss Aya Brea. Who, if anybody know her from Discord, that's the other Eve. Yeah. I'm going to call her Aya for sanity's sake in this stream, so.
Yep. You know what? From now on, I don't care where we are. Parasite Eve is now Aya.
There you go. That works. I don't think she'll mind.
That way, there is no other Eve, all that sort of thing. There's no confusion.
See, I'm just going to call her Eve and confuse the hell, because I can do that. I can get away with it. Y'all can't.
Well, yeah, because you're the only other Eve.
So I can say Eve, and I'll know who I'm talking about. She'll know who I'm talking about. But everybody else will be confused. I'm here with bells on and nothing else, says Michael. Well, welcome to the stream, Michael. Hi, Skull. Hi, Mustafa. Hi, Ryan. Hi, Pat.
Hello.
And hello, John Smith says hi, all first time here. Well, thank you for stopping by.
Hi. Thank you for coming by. Yes.
Race says she also goes by S rank MILF. Hi, Race.
And she is an S rank MILF. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I gold star for them titties.
Oh my god.
Hey, I've seen them in all of their glory, and they are fabulous.
Well, she says, Race, only you call me that, and I'm like, well, no, because we were all calling you that the night you said it.
Yeah.
So she's the one who said she wanted to be an S class MILF, or an S rank MILF, and we're like, all right.
Okay. Right. So, first off, shall we start by singing Happy Birthday to Mustafa first, or at the end?
Let's do that. Actually, hang on just a second. I need to do something with Discord real quick. I have you turned down a little bit, and you're a little quiet, and I don't know if my filters are gonna... All right, now
Can everyone else hear me just fine?
Ooh, I've turned you back down. All right, try again.
Can everyone else hear me just fine?
Little more. There we go. Try one more time.
Hello.
All right.
Hello. We swear to God we are professionals.
Happy's a professional too. Professional Twitch thought.
Of course.
I only said I wanted to be a MILF. LOL, the S rank was added. No, you said you wanted to be a top ranked MILF, and we're just like, well, S rank. S rank's the highest rank MILF you can get.
Yes, S rank is the highest rank.
Anywho, Happy. Floor with you, beast. Rich says, I'm late, so sue me. Well, you're not on the stream today, Mitch, so you're allowed to be late.
Yeah, and also we were like half an hour late, so it's fine. It's fine.
I has to hear everyone.
Fine.
So where was I? Oh yeah, we were gonna sing Happy Birthday to Mustafa. So
yes, we are.
3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mustafa.
Happy
birthday to you. Also, I forgot to mention at the beginning there, you heard that awesome intro song that was playing while Kefki's thumbnail was up there? That was sung and composed by our very own Samael. He made that for me and Tally.
Our very own frogman, surrender monkey, whatever you want to call him. He's French, but we love him. Despite the fact that he's French.
Michael Hartman says super tone deaf YouTube. Very. A part of the problem is
we're doing
we're doing it over Discord, so there's a tad bit of a delay. So Tally's trying to sing in tune with me when she really needs to be like a second behind me.
Yeah.
So. But we'll get it right. We're still working out some of the kinks, but we'll get it right.
You've got to remember though, I am like, there's like 6 hours difference between us in time zones, so that delay.
Hey, Shady.
Like the delay on my YouTube looking at everyone's comments is unreal.
Yeah, because you'll say something. Right now, the delay is kind of I think I might have to futz with the settings a little bit. I've always done the streams through StreamYard, so doing it through this setup over here is kind of why does it say this video is private? Everybody's watching it. What's wrong with you? Yeah, we're at normal latency. I didn't do low latency, but maybe I should next time. We'll try low latency next time, and we'll see if we get better response times.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited. Oh.
Also,
can everyone tell?
What was I going to say? Something else. Oh yeah, we were talking about Sam's. We're all over the place. We're talking about Sam.
Yes.
Sam singing. Mr. Sam Il was singing.
He does have a voice of gold, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. You think he was an angel or something?
Mm.
Anyway, but yeah, no, Sam made that for us. Composed it himself, put it all together, and yeah, we just fell in love with it once we heard it. So
we did. Oh my god, he's so good.
ISS, you're so cute, Tally.
Oh, thank
you. But yeah, no, it's a day. How's everyone today? It's Saturday. It's like 3:45 in the afternoon for me. It's like 9:45 at night for Tally.
10.
Yeah.
9:45.
Yep.
Yep.
And I know all y'all are scattered all in between. So how's everyone doing? How's it going?
Oh, I'm so excited. Everyone is gonna be laughing their ass off when we get to what we've got to show everyone. Yep. Oh my god, it's so funny. Well, what we've got to, yeah. I'm so excited.
So, do you want to get into it now, or do you want to?
Yes.
She's all bouncing off the walls, kids. So let's just.
Oh my god, it's so funny. You're all gonna love it. I'm telling you.
You know we have to like reach over the logo now to. Oh, hang on. Let's do this. Closer to the camera, Eve.
Am I in the right place?
Yes, you are. You were doing that right.
I am so excited. So excited.
Doesn't that logo look good?
It does. It looks so good.
Goodness gracious. I don't know how he did it. We're all over the place
Polydub is a very talented man.
Anywho. Where was I? Oh yeah. We were gonna get into this bullshit that Tally wanted to pull up and talk about today because she's giggling her ass off. Do we want to screen share it? I don't know if we want to screen share it.
No, we don't want to screen share it.
Well, I'm saying I have the screenshots you took. I don't think there's any personally identifying information in there.
Well, no, there's not. There is that picture though, but I'm like,
is there? Oh, yeah, there's a picture, but you cut the head off, so it's fine.
I did cut the head off. I did when I screenshotted it. I cut the head off.
Yeah, it's fine. Do you want me to screen share it?
Go for it. See, last night, me and Eve were. Eve comes to me and is like, "What do you want to talk about?" And I was like, "I've got the perfect thing." This guy sent me a friend's request, and I rejected it, and then he sent me a message. So. Yeah, it's some degenerative shit this guy was sending me, and it was funny, and because I was laughing my ass off, I didn't like block him until like right at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my god, you're gonna love it. It's so
funny. The logo real quick. We'll have to remove our little logo because it just covered Tally's face up completely. And then I'm gonna center it on the DMs. On the screenshots here. So since I've got this up on the screen, you're gonna have to watch chat to see if anybody says anything.
Yeah, okay.
I can't do two at once, so.
That's fine.
Anywho, so you're reading I'll read his parts and you read your parts, okay?
Yep. I was laughing my ass off. It was so funny.
Hang on real quick. I don't think any of this is coming up. None of this is coming up on screen because I'm sharing that directly.
Just wait. You've got to wait for it.
I just want to see what chat's going to say.
Funny.
So why don't you give a little backstory to how what this actually is? We're talking about what it is, you know, how this happened, you know.
All right. I have no idea. This guy, I get these all the time. They just randomly send me messages.
Yeah.
So sometimes if I'm in the mood to like mess with someone, I will. Like when I just like mess them about a bit just to be a pain in the ass, I do that. If I can't be bothered, I will just block them. This one I got yesterday.
Thirst, yeah.
Someone sent the last one was someone sent the worst one I got yesterday was someone sent me a friend's request. I asked, "Can I help you?" They sent hello, and then they sent a picture of themselves. It was clearly someone that's trans, because there were bollocks and all. In bondage,
I don't think that was.
And that's where I went. No, thank you. No.
I don't think that was necessarily a trans person, personally, but.
No, probably most likely just someone with a sissy fetish.
Yeah, that's a whole other can of worms. But without further ado, I think we'll jump right into it. This is entertaining, to say the least. So we're gonna go back and forth a little bit. We'll probably pause and allow y'all to react and read some comments or something as we go. But you ready?
Yep.
All right. Tally.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Good.
How are you?
Thanks, me too. Where are you from?
UK.
Cool. Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Why?
Because I wondered. Because you are a cute girl.
How do you know?
Your profile photo is cute. I'm boy. Oh, don't forget that when you first DM'd this guy.
For context, for this next line, your profile picture isn't you. How do you know mine is really me? Now, the reason I said that is because up until this point, his profile picture was some redheaded girl.
Mm-hmm. So he's already catfishing a little bit.
Yep. So that's where if your profile picture isn't you, how do you know mine is really me came from?
He goes, "You are right. I'm sorry. Can we meet?"
Ha! No.
I'm sad. Frowny face.
I don't care.
Have you ever done before? I'm horny man. Do you want to see my dick?
I don't care.
Why?
No, I don't.
Do you want?
If you would be so kind to remove yourself from my DMs.
Don't you want to do anything?
That is a very polite fuck you. Fuck off. I love it.
Don't you want to do anything?
Not from you.
Why didn't you love me?
I don't know you.
We can meet. What can I give you to love me? Because don't give up on me, because I will always love you.
No.
Just no. Why don't you want to meet me?
Because I don't want to.
I don't want to use you. I just want to spend time together. Hang on, let me see what chat's saying. Right window. No. Yes. I'm just Mrs. Densey is a king. Densey is a kinky sailor. Yeah, he's something, all right. Skull says this makes me uncomfortable. Look, this guy submitted himself to this by putting out his feelers and acting crazy.
Yep.
Like.
Yep.
I can't.
Oh, the entire time this was going on, I was in a voice chat with a group of people, and he was not just messaging me, he was messaging another girl in the voice chat, and me and her were laughing our asses off, comparing what he was saying. It was so funny.
Mitch says, I'm gonna need a shower, aren't I? Yep. Ray says, plot twist, Denzi is like 12. Wait, you're getting ahead of us.
Better.
You're getting ahead of us.
Better.
All right, so Shrug said, if you want my penis, I can throw it, but I do. Everything for you. I do what you want. Please don't just leave me.
I don't want to see your dick, and I don't want to meet you.
But I love you. I'm better than other men.
You don't even know me.
You look attractive to me. Do you want to see me?
Nope.
I have a 6-pack.
So do loads of men.
I have a big penis, and I'm tall. What do you want? Talita, are you there? I'm sending my photos. Are you ready?
No, I don't want it.
And boop, we just sends him. We cut off his face, so it's not like he's doxing him.
Yeah,
anything,
I did cut off his face, but I don't think that's really him.
I don't think so either. Do you like it? Frowny face.
You're like 15.
Not 15. I'm from Turkey. I'm 19.
You're still too young for me.
Really? But I'm so strong in sex. Please, Talita, don't go.
I don't like guys that young.
How old are you?
Guess.
Hang on. Skull says, Eve, how can you do this to me? I'm just innocent for this, but I want to punch this guy. No, we're just laughing our asses off. Aya says, wow, I've never heard a man that say that I'll throw it at you.
I think it's because he's Turkish, yeah.
Chat's going, that's not him.
Yeah, that's not him. That's not him. If that was really him, he would not be doing this shit.
No, he'd be out picking up girls at bars and shit. He wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh my god. So he says,
I said guess.
He says 24 question mark.
No.
Older or younger than 24?
I'm 29 and you're too young.
Sorry about that. OMG, you are so big. I'm seeing Tally do the middle finger. I don't even have it up. I can see her doing the middle finger. Turks have a saying, love doesn't know age, so I will continue to love you.
You're calling me old, you little shit.
No, you are my sweet cake. I love you all times. You have big milfy pussy, right? Have you ever done until 29 years old?
Big pussy? Really? Fucking really?
Hi, Cap. I just can't even. Oh my god. Go away, pop up. Oh my god. I'm dying, kids. Alright, we're gonna move to the next one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pussy, really?
Yeah.
Rude.
So ripe. I'm sorry. The reason for the beauty, I am losing myself. Forgive my rudeness. Talita. Hey, my honey, please look at. Hey, my love, please.
Go away.
Tally, my babe, please. I have an 8-inch. I want to see your ass. Cute hot ride ass.
Be gone, child.
We can do very enjoyable things to you. See, that's the thing that gets me, is that line comes off like some kind of weird collective cult shit.
Yeah, I know, right? I highly doubt that.
I love mature women.
But I don't like children.
He called you mature. That bitch. I can take you to heights of pleasure. I'm young, but I can drive you crazy.
Doubtful.
Caress your mature cunt like crazy. Sorry, YouTube. You can feel the flow of your sweat. Feel my penis in your pussy.
You're really getting on my nerves now.
Don't you like it?
I have someone for that.
Is there anyone else to do with you?
What?
I can take you to the heights. Feel the orgasm. The splash of waters. The splash of waters, kids.
Oh my god.
Feel your shout. Ah, ah. What the fuck is he masturbating while he does this? What the fuck?
It sounds like it, doesn't it? I think you were. Again, I have someone for that.
Do you like it, baby? Do you want me to send my dick?
I don't want nor need another.
Why?
I actually sent that as soon as I said I have someone for that, but he got his line in before I got my line in.
He said, why? Why don't you want my dick? Why? Question marks.
1, I have a playmate. 2, I don't believe you're over 18. 3, you're annoying me.
Not as much as you mature ones in Turkey. Please send a MILF ass. Please, I need...
4th, you're not making sense.
Please send your ass. I need... Or pussy. Please, Tally. If you send it, I will leave you alone.
Begging isn't cute. It's just pathetic.
Send your big MILF ass, okay?
Okay, this is where I really started to mess with him. Are you seriously trying to blackmail me?
And I will leave you alone. What is the blackmail?
I'm done.
It's like, no, I don't send a blackmail. Please send. I'm horny. I need a ass.
That's a you problem. And then I blocked him.
Oh my god. All right. I'm gonna put this back. Jesus Christ. That was just... That was an event, kids. That was a fucking event.
I think I said blackmail wrong. No, I didn't. I spelled it correctly.
No, you spelled it right. He spelled it wrong. He misunderstood what it was. Ryan says Pat. Pat is a blackmail.
Yes, Pat is a blackmail.
I'm just like, what the fuck? Client says, this fucker's stealing my speech patterns. Mitch says, romance ain't what it used to be. Guys, we kind of were thinking about making this a semi-regular segment. What do you think? Like, people start DMing Tally and sending her nasty shit in DMs, or like as long as there's no pictures or any, we're not gonna dox anybody.
No,
we don't want to do that.
We can cover the pictures up if they do.
Right, we won't put anybody's pictures out there. We're obviously not going to show anybody's dick pics that they sent her, because she's got a few of those too that are just like, hey, you want to see my dick? And she's like, no. And it's like, here you go. I didn't
want it. Go away.
Yeah, but what do you guys think? We would maybe do this once in a while when she gets one of these.
Okay, how many people noped the fuck out during this?
I know Skull was pissed. He's like, I just want to beat this guy's ass.
Oh my god.
He's harmless.
No, don't worry about it, sweetie. It's just because he's a child who doesn't...
He's probably some teenage boy over there in Turkey. He probably was not lying about being in Turkey. But he's probably some teenage boy over there who decided that he's like, oh, I'm gonna message these grown ass women from across the seas, and we'll see what we can get.
Bearing in mind that while he was sending me this, he was also sending them to another girl called Isabel.
So, like I said, there was one of them that you messaged you and was like, hey, do you want to see my dick? And you're like, how old even are you? And he's like, 17. You're like, nope, bye, block.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yes, we can do that one next time.
He actually tried to send you things though, so we probably. This is why humans suck. Well, not all of them do. There are people out there that.
Yeah.
I did some dumb stuff as a teenager too. Nothing like this, but there are, people who are just different when it comes to that.
Yeah, this 17-year-old, he actually sent me a dick picture, and I was like, no, I don't fancy going to jail just because you want to get your rocks off.
Insta block. That was a short one though, so it's probably not.
That was a short one.
Talk about, but
that was a short one. I told him off a bit, and then I just blocked him.
Yeah. The Tally Charm School, where we show you what not to do.
Yes. Pretty much.
I don't know. Tally's pretty charming when she wants to be.
Yeah, but this is where I show you what not to do when you're trying to get to...
Oh, yeah. No, not to do when it comes to trying to get in a girl's pants. No, don't do that, kids. Don't do that.
No. This is the don'ts. Do, however, say hi, start a conversation. Do not jump straight into, I want to do the lewdies.
9 times out of 10, even if you're just like, hey, you want to swap pictures right out, it's probably not going to work. You got to actually put some effort into it. Make them feel like a human being. I don't care how much sexy times you want, how badly you want it. Nobody likes feeling like a piece of meat. They like feeling like a human being.
This is not, you've got to remember that there is actually a person on the other side of this conversation.
Exactly.
And even if all you want to do is swap pictures, just bear in mind that no one wants, unless you're actually talking to a girl that is actually camming and doing stuff like that, no girl wants that.
Exactly. And I think most of our audience knows better than to treat people like that, but some of these folks out here just don't get the point.
Yeah,
like I've actually tried to talk to one of them one time, and was just like, do you understand that what you're doing is not going to actually get you anywhere, right? Like, you're not going to get any...
There is actually a person on the other side of it. So it's not like a computer where you can put in commands and get what you want.
But that's what they see it as. They see it, oh, hey, it's a computer, I can punch buttons and get porn.
If that's what you want to do, there are porn sites for that.
Becca says, use manipulation. Got it. Well, I mean, it's more of just a...
Well, it's not manipulation so much as it is polite conversation that leads to that sort of thing.
Be respectful. Even if it's obvious that's only what you're doing it for, be respectful.
Yes.
Do you still have the one where the guy got real salty?
Don't send unsolicited dick pics.
Yeah, don't send your dick unless she asks for it.
If you get a message, like what I would say, send pee-pee or show pee-pee. That it's all good.
You stole
don't be a gay
because I was talking about it earlier.
Yep. That's what she does, though, isn't it? But she was saying it on Golden Age. That's what she does. She just constantly says, pee-pee. Show pee-pee.
Don't be like Aya sitting in chat, because chat's going, show pee-pee, show pee-pee.
Yeah.
You notice she never gets the pee-pee. Guys, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Not even, it doesn't work. Not even for guys.
We're teasing you. That's why you ask for their credit card number up front, Tally, says Ryan. Oh, Pat, no. I won't read that comment.
I will.
Nope, don't. Please don't. I don't want to start a drama thing. I don't want to have anything to do with that. I'm over here, that's over there.
That is a whole lot of cancer we don't want to be a part of.
Exactly. Heartbreak. Oh. Don't worry. I'll get Tally to send you all the PP pics she's been send over Discord.
I promise I will not send the 17-year-olds.
Yeah, don't send the 17-year-olds. Poor Evie never gets the PP. I'm so sorry. You know what? I actually am glad that I don't get a lot of these DMs. I don't have the patience for them sometimes. Some days I'm having like a bad day and I'm like, I'm going to tear the next person who fucks with me's head off, and you get some motherfucker in your DMs.
Oh my God. I think it's hilarious. Like, there are times when I will be in a conversation, and I've done it with Sam there before, like in one of the Discord servers, and I shared my screen because it's just like, look at this fucker. And I'll be like doing this stuff to just mess with them while showing everyone what's going on. Like, I had one guy from the Middle East ask me for nudes, and I was like, no. And so he was begging, so I sent him I sent him a link to Pornhub, a Pornhub link, and he said it didn't work, so I sent him a VPN link.
He's like, why? It's blocked in my country, and it's like, VPN.
VPN, just like everyone else, fucker.
He
did not come back.
You know, I'm thinking, Tally, I might take the bubble here and move it up, like above.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, up here.
Yeah.
Here.
It'll really depend on. I'll have to try some different setups because the way the windows rearrange on Discord when people join the call or when you start screen sharing, I'll have to fiddle around with that a little bit and see what it looks like with that. I might move.
We could always just have it above us here.
Eve, Tally, can I send the bad people where there is no sun? I wouldn't even necessarily call these bad people, just dumb people. You know.
You know what? I can guarantee you that this kid, he's like some 15-year-old, and he doesn't know how to speak to women, and he has no idea what he's supposed to do, and he thinks that if he just says to someone, "I love you," they will give them everything.
That's exactly what it is, I'm sure, because it's just like, oh, excuse me.
Oh my God, it's so funny. So, how did everyone feel about that? How was everyone laughing their asses off as much as we were?
I think Skull was very upset by it, but everybody else seems to have been laughing.
Oh, Skull, no, laugh at it.
Yeah, it's just silly.
It's so painfully pathetic. It's laughable.
He barely speaks English.
Yes, he did barely speak English. From what I've heard, the English, like being taught English in schools in Turkey isn't really to the highest level. Like, they teach English about as well as we teach French or Spanish here in the UK in public schools. Bearing in mind that when I went to one high school, and I learned German. I was learning German. I could say by the end of like 2.5 years, I could speak like 4 words in German. And then I moved to a different high school. They didn't have German there. They had French and Spanish. So I went to one French lesson, and because I was taking German up until this point, I was confusing the 2 languages. So they just put me in extra English. And I cannot speak a word of German. I know how to say good day, and that's about it. I can speak a very few words.
This is Tally breaker of PPs. Combo breaker.
No,
PP breaker.
No, we are not going there. No.
Too late.
Oh, I am never gonna live that down.
Never. This one you gotta see, because this was something she did the other day. Like, if you're looking at this window right now, Toledo Destroyer Fandoms. I'm gonna change this real quick. Go ahead, Tally. Keep talking.
Oh, what was I saying? But yeah, I can say a few words. I can't string a sentence together. But if you put writing of like German inside me, I can kind of decipher what it says.
Put writing of German inside you. Okay.
Love you too, Aya.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Aya. You're so sweet.
Oh my god. It was so funny.
Anyways, kids. Now says Talita, breaker of peepees.
No. Yes. I am never going to live that down.
Yes.
I'm never going to live it down. That is going to be on the internet for all time.
Later, Skull.
Yeah, we'll explain it later in the Discord if you come and join us.
I thought the same thing I did. Inside you, huh? I have some German inside of you, Tally. Is that what it takes to learn a new language? Getting some Germans up inside you?
My mother was born in Germany.
You want your mother inside of you? That's just weird.
No, that's just weird. But I was just saying, my mother was born in Germany. She was born on a British military base in Germany.
Mm-hmm. My mother was born in California. In LA, to be specific.
Your poor mother.
Mm-hmm. She's lived all over, though. She's lived in Texas. She's lived in LA. She's lived in, I want to say she lived in Ohio at one point, so.
Race, I will hurt you.
Nah, maturest of MILFs, nah. I like PP Breaker better.
Oh my god. I get so many of these and they're hilarious, and yeah, so I'm gonna have to save them for a segment, and it's gonna be great. And you know what? Just because we're gonna have this segment, I'm really gonna have to like unless they like are like
drum it up a little
children.
bit.
Yeah, unless they are like actually children. I will like tell them off a little bit and then block them.
Kat says we all heard the inside you slip up. No, it wasn't a slip up. That was intentional. She's letting y'all know what she about. Tally Cinder of MILF ass.
I don't know what's going on.
You rarely ever do, darling.
Oh, I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, I found out something last night about the girl who was clout chasing.
Oh, okay. You want to tell them this story? Because you were telling me before the stream.
Yes, a girl. She was clout chasing.
Do you have a name?
And I have no idea what the name is.
Was she a Twitch person, or?
I don't know. I'm going to have to ask Ian for the details. I will get the details later on, but he was just livid by the whole thing, so he sent me a fucking paragraph, all in capitals. So it's just some girl from Iowa. She punched her dog in the face repeatedly on Snapchat for clout, and then she started playing the victim when the internet went to the police and the Humane Society and all these other animal like protection groups. So the internet went to these groups and the police, and now she's being investigated, and there are rumors that she's facing charges.
Brooke Houts?
It sounds about right. And it's yeah.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of people who've done videos on her already.
I only found out about it when I think it was when I woke up. No, it was early this morning before I went to sleep.
Well, the problem is okay. I remember this. This was Brooke House, but this was back in September that this happened. So why is this being brought up now?
Because she's only just facing prosecution, I'd imagine.
I don't know.
I'd imagine they've only just figured out that, the prosecution and all that sort of thing, and that's why it's a big thing now.
I see an article that says YouTuber Brooke House sparked outrage across the net in 2019 after accidentally uploading footage of herself hitting and spitting on her pet dog. And now the content creator has returned to social media, but the netizens, really? Netizens aren't happy with this update.
Yes, Mustafa, clout is a disease. Don't chase clout.
She1Head got tagged in this video.
Do not chase clout. It's no good for anyone. No, just don't do it.
Yeah, I'm just curious as to why this has come back up, because even the earliest article I could find about her is in March.
I don't know.
You know, the Quartering did a video on it 4 days ago, so I don't know.
Well, so a lot of people do like to wait until all of the details come out before they give their opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
That tea lady physically hurt me, Pat. No. Just no.
What?
Oh my God. Pat shared a video on his Twitter page of a lady who I will find it. She made hot tea, and I was watching her do this, and
I think I saw that one.
It physically hurt me inside, and now you know what? Someone commented that this was just something that Americans are doing to trigger Brits, to show that there are worse things that you can do to tea. And I'm like, yeah, I could believe that. That this bitch is obvious. This bitch is evidence that there are far worse things you can do to tea.
Cap said, "Don't chase clout, chase milfy ass." I mean, let's be real. If you're gonna be, what's that guy's name now?
What guy's name?
The guy that was in your DMs. What's his name? Danson or whatever. If you're gonna be either a Brooke House or a little weird kid in somebody's DMs asking for nudes, be the little weird kid asking for nudes if you gotta pick one of the two.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Yeah. It was horrible, Kat. Oh, I did see the video, because she puts, like you said, she put instant tea, she put, like, a scoop of sugar, she put, like, Tang, she put, like, cumin or
I've got the
something
video.
in there.
I've got the video. I'm gonna share my screen.
Okay, hang on. I'll have to rearrange Windows real quick. All right, hang on. We'll have to focus on...
Can everyone see this?
Your thing here.
All right.
I don't know how this looks on OBS. Hang on. That's fine. Although S&M logo's up there. Go for it. It's a little laggy.
Can everyone hear
that?
Is it a little too loud?
Go ahead, play it. I can't hear it.
I mix a lot of ingredients together. So first is 1 cup of Insta tea, 2 cups of Tang, Country Time lemonade, 1 cup of sugar, another cup of sugar, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of cloves. Mix it all together.
That is not a little bit of cinnamon.
Put some water in a cup. Heat your water in the microwave. Add a few teaspoons to your hot water. Give it a little stir. And that's what I...
Like,
that
no.
upsets the Brits more than anything. Like, just the...
Do Americans not have kettles?
I do. Mine's shiny and rainbow. I like I have a weird thing for iridescent. Here, let me show you. I have this weird thing for iridescent metal.
Yeah.
So when it looks like that, that's what my kettle looks like. That's what my kitchen knives look like. This is my
Eve
EDC.
likes the acid wash.
This is my EDC, my everyday carry that I take to work with me. So.
Like, what? Why? Like, no.
Yeah.
Like, what? All right. She was using measurements. She was using a thing for measuring wet ingredients. And bearing in mind that the cup measurements for wet ingredients is different to the cup measurements of dry ingredients, she was using a jug that you use for wet ingredients to measure dry ingredients. And then all that fucking sugar. She did not need all of that sugar.
Oh, honey, no. You know how the rule is here in the South. Would you like a little twit tea with your sugar? It should be syrup.
But no.
That's how we do sweet tea down here, babe. That's how we do it. I can't even.
Oh.
Or I can't even explain to you. Like, get Pat, get Aya, get anybody who's lived down here in the South to tell you how much sugar we put in our sweet tea, darling.
You know what, Pat? Do it. Do it. I dare you.
What? Do what?
He said he may do a video using her mixture to see what it tastes like. Do it. I dare you. Just make sure you're sitting outside when you put it in your mouth, or you drink it.
Yeah, when you put it in your mouth.
Yeah, when you drink it, just make sure you're sitting outside so you don't spit it all over your carpet. You hoe.
You're one to talk. You can't say shit. There you go. There you go. God damn it, Tally. This is no longer a PG stream, folks. Not that it ever was, but it says, would you like some diabetes with your tea? Yes. Yes, that's exactly it.
I think you mean, would you like some tea with your diabetes?
Mm-hmm.
So everyone needs to put an F in the chat for Pat's internal organs, because as soon as he does that shit, his internal organs are going to explode.
Poor Pat. Unpopular opinion, the popular Southern opinion, iced tea is better than sweet tea. Get out.
Well, isn't iced tea and sweet tea the same thing? Just one's got more sugar.
No, iced tea does not have any sugar. Like unsweet tea. You want sweet tea or unsweet tea? That's how you get it down here in the South. The only reason you get unsweet tea is because you got diabetes and you got to use them artificial sweeteners.
See, now I love iced tea. I like peach flavored iced tea. It's so good. So how does everyone feel about having a segment where I show some of the DMs I get?
I'm totally okay with this.
I'm okay with this. It's so funny.
Simply because it'll be entertaining for. She says, "No, Tally, no." What are you? I can't even talk straight. I don't even know what we're going on about. But
I don't know.
I love peaches. Oh, you do? Okay. I'll remember that. Chaos Evil will remember
so
that.
Ryan says, would you want sweet tea or heresy?
It's sweet tea, and you're wrong. You want sweet tea. Yeah, it's like I said, Cap. The only reason that anybody would turn down sweet tea is they got the diabetes and they don't want to die. So they gotta get them one of them there artificial sweeteners. Gotta get them there artificial sweeteners that just they don't taste right. They really don't, but
artificial sweeteners actually prevent you from losing weight.
Yep.
Like, you cut sugar out of your diet and you switch over to sweeteners, you will start to lose weight. But then it'll get to the point where it actually prevents your body from losing weight because it makes you retain water. And then you will actually start to put weight on. It's just the joys of artificial sweeteners. Avoid the artificial sweeteners unless you're a diabetes.
I love unsweet tea, plain, no sugar. Why do you hurt me this way? I thought we were gonna be really, like, I thought we were friends. I thought that we had something special. And you have
thought
to go
she found her Polly Pocket to her tally.
I thought, I can't even right now. I'm kidding with you.
Japanese tea is so good. I don't like the smell of jasmine when it's growing on trees, because to me, fresh jasmine smells like cat's piss. But yes. I like the smell of artificial jasmine, and I like the smell of jasmine green tea. I love jasmine tea.
I can
it's
show
weird.
You the world. That's what I was
Shining, shimmering, splendid.
Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart demonetize?
This time.
It's all right to enjoy Snapple. I'm not saying it's real tea, just that I like it. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah.
Snapple is fun to say.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, it's not that big a deal, honestly. And I was messing with her about liking unsweet tea, but you know.
Yeah.
If I come cook dinner for you, can I make it up to you? I mean, I just don't know. You might have to do it a few times for my heart to get over it. Cook dinner for me.
Bring if you want to heal her heart quicker, bring strawberries and whipped cream.
What you said? What you said?
I know you so well.
I need to buy I need to go buy some stuff like that, because that's what you got your whipped cream for, was to dip your strawberries in. So she wasn't doing it because she's being a kinkster. She was just doing it because she,
No, it's because I have actually got strawberries. And I will be snacking on those during D&D tonight. Woo! D&D!
Yes. Tally and I have D&D tonight that we're doing.
Yes.
I'm excited for you to meet my character.
Oh.
She's quite interesting.
See, now, my character is a pirate.
You might find her a little odd, though. Unusual, even.
Darling, I am a pirate that can get away with petty crimes because I took the feat bad reputation.
You gonna see some shit. I forget which reputation I took. I can look.
I am okay with this. Hey, Oh yes, Aya, you can make her chocolate covered fruit.
I wouldn't say no to chocolate covered fruit. I just will be fat as a house, but that's okay because I'll have.
No, you won't. It's fruit. It's fruit.
True. That makes it better.
You know what? It might be a shitload of chocolate, but it's fruit, so it's fine.
Let me see my characters. I'm looking to see what the Watcher, as I call her.
Yeah, she's a character so mysterious. She doesn't even have a name, just a title.
Mm-hmm. Girl. She, I don't see her description.
I don't know if
Far Traveler was the one I took. Far Traveler.
I don't know if anyone in the chat knows about anything about the pirate Katrina.
Mm-hmm.
But she went by the name the Black Cat. That is who my character is based off.
The background I took for her was Far Traveler. The feature is called All Eyes on You. Your accent, mannerisms, figures of speech, and even perhaps your appearance all mark you as foreign. Curious glances are directed your way wherever you go, which can be a bit of a nuisance. But you also gain friendly interest of scholars and others intrigued by far-off lands, so to say nothing of everyday folk who are eager to hear stories of your homeland. You can parlay this attention into access to people, places that you might not otherwise have, for you and your traveling companions. Noble lords, scholars, merchant princes, to name a few, might be interested in hearing about your distant homeland and people. So.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. The fact that my character is a pirate makes me so happy because it means I can, like, sing stupid pirate songs, and I love that. I can go into a tavern, have her drinking, and I could just be sitting there singing stupid pirate songs, and I love it.
John says chicken wings dipped in mayonnaise. I'm kidding. I was kidding, darlings. Please don't exile me. We're not going to exile you. We'll just make you sit in the corner.
Yeah. Yes. Go sit in the corner.
Make him a seat. Race just goes and sits in the corner.
Move over, Race.
Race just comes in and sits in the corner. It's funny.
That is where Race sits. He is permanently in the corner. He doesn't even bother trying to not sit in the corner anymore. I'm so happy. It really does make me so happy. All of this shit. I love it.
Oh my goodness. It's been an interesting day so far.
It has been an interesting day. What makes it so much better was I got something in the mail and it makes me so happy, but I'm not going to say what it is on stream.
You better not.
Because degenerate.
You are degenerate. So we are coming up in the last quarter of our last third of our stream here.
Yes.
So you're gonna change your YouTube name. You can do that.
Just so everyone knows who she is. Just so everyone knows who she is.
Come to the corner side. We have tentacles. So we're coming up to the last third of our show, and I was wanting to know if chat has anything they'd like to ask me and Tally. Tell us anything about anything y'all want to share, or
yes. How has everyone's week been? What's been going on? I need more punch.
I mean, okay, but just hold still.
Fruit punch, Eve.
Oh.
Fruit punch.
Oh. I totally.
And when we're done here, I'm gonna go put my pizza in the oven.
Girl, same.
Oh. I got a nice fancy pizza. It's a prosciutto, cotto, mushrooms, and mascarpone pizza on a sourdough base, and it's so good. And I'm gonna eat the whole thing because I'm a fat bitch.
Ryan says Captain Blackbush, destroyer of PP.
I'd say the curtains match I'd say the carpet matches the drapes, but there are no carpets. This is real, people. This is real.
My power's been back on since Yes. So Aya in chat there has been out without power. I think it went out Sunday night, I think.
Something like that.
It has been out without it until like sometime middle of the day, late afternoon on Thursday. So she finally got it back. So happy for her. But yeah, that was kind of
crazy. Yay! Pat wants Cornish game hen.
I mean,
I can cook a really good Cornish game hen, but of course I can. I am from Cornwall, but I am not a Cornish game hen. I'm a Cornish pixie.
Are you though?
A little tiny Cornish thing that bites? Yes.
Y'all see what I have to put up with.
Oh my god!
Y'all see what I have to put up with.
Oh, JJ, you missed it. We had a segment about my DMs, and you would have laughed your ass off. I'll show you it later.
So it was literally like almost exactly 4 days, says Aya. Sunday at 4 p.m. back on around 3 p.m. Thursday. So like literally almost 4 whole days without power. Crazy. In 2020 even.
Yeah. You know what? The longest I ever went without power was during a storm. Power line got it did something to a power line. Like all they had to do was like pull a tree off the power line or something. Mm-hmm. And then all the power was back, and that it took about 2 hours. I went without water for longer than that because a pipeline burst, and I had to go 3 days without water. I was not impressed. In order to like wash, I had to boil the kettle. I had shitloads of bottles of water, and I had to boil the kettle to wash. But I will say, because I have a hot water tank, I was able to go 2 days without having to use bottles of water because I have a hot water tank. So I've got a tank of water that it just wouldn't fill up until the water was back on.
So Assassin says, like, follow, and subscribe to the Queen of Chaos and Tally the Princess of Mayhem. You have a title now. When did that happen?
I do. Woohoo! Oh, he's been calling me that for a few weeks now.
I love it because I gloss over the shill.
Yeah, he's been calling me that for a while, and I love it.
Ryan said, no water. How did she make her tea? You know, it's not actually, well, it's kind of
bottled water. Bottled water.
Oh, bottled water, yeah. I mean, you could just pour it in there and heat it up on the stove, yeah.
Bottled water into the kettle, yeah. Also, despite the fact that I'm British, I drink very little tea.
Oh, excuse me.
I do love my strawberry tea, though. Oh, I can't wait for this quarantine to end so I can go to my local tea shop and buy some more strawberry tea. You put a little bit of sugar in it to really bring out the sweetness of the strawberries because it's a little bitter. And, it's so good. But then you add a little bit of milk and it tastes like strawberries and cream. I love it. It makes me so happy. So instead of regular tea, I drink strawberry tea that tastes like strawberries and cream. It's so good.
Oh my goodness.
It makes me happy. You know what? What makes it so good as well is the fact that it's loose tea. It's proper tea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, he said, John says, me too, honey, but I may be a Kiwi, but as a British Kiwi, I love my West Yorkshire tea.
Oh, Yorkshire tea, no.
I can't stand
If you're going to have regular tea, using a tea bag, it's got to be PG tips.
What?
There is a brand of tea here in the UK. It's called PG Tips, and their mascot is a monkey, a sock puppet monkey, like
Peachy Tips.
Yeah, the mascot is a sock monkey. That, you know what I mean, right? When you make those teddy bears out of old socks.
Yes, I do. I know what a sock monkey is, dear.
Yeah, that's what the mascot for the sweet tea for PG Tips is, and they are the best brand of tea. If you're gonna get regular tea,
I can't stand green tea. It tastes
it's not
like
green
grass.
tea.
No, I mean I'm like just in general. I can't stand green tea. It tastes like grass to me.
I love green tea.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment, I'm drinking straw. At the moment, if I have tea, it's a strawberry and cucumber tea with aloe vera, and I love it.
And so it just says, I really wonder how much Tally talks about the stupid stuff I say to her in DMs.
Well, I mean, he sends me some of the most fucked up and hilarious memes.
Well, I mean, that's one thing to send fucked up and hilarious memes from a friend. It is completely another to have a total stranger creeping in your DMs asking for nudes and then declaring their love for you when you say no, that you're not interested. And then trying to send you, like, pictures of their dick and stuff.
Oh, JJ, when we're done, watch the first half hour. You'll be laughing your ass off.
Honey. Like, I'm gonna go, like, straight up Valley Girl here. Honey, you need help. Like, oh my God. Usually you get mad when I do that. What the fuck? I love all tea, no milk, though. I'm not a big fan of putting milk in tea, personally. I don't know what you Brits think that needs to be done to it by putting milk in it, but I don't think my tea needs milk.
It's builder's tea. That's what we call it, builder's tea.
What else we gotta talk about? People in DMs, people punching dogs. Yeah, I do remember that bitch. It must be that she's like come back up in the news because I saw something back. There was an article from about March where they said she had come back to YouTube and people were not happy. So they were kind of all outraged about it. But that was the earliest I could find. And then all of a sudden, the Quartering's apparently gotten more information. So apparently she's doing other shit. I don't know. Maybe they're finally filing charges. I don't know.
Maybe. I hope so. That bitch deserves it. But she's playing the victim because, oh my God, people are being mean to me on the internet. Bitch, the only victim in this is your poor dog.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't get your dog to stop playing up just by going, hey, then you shouldn't have a dog. Because that's what I used to do. Just shout, hey, at the dog. And she would run and hide in her bed. It's just like, oh, bad.
Greetings from the state.
Or under the coffee table.
Idiots are scared for their safety because they can't harass state workers into now walking into the Capitol. I mean, I feel like that's paraphrasing an issue, and I'm not sure what the actual issue is, so I can't really comment.
Oh, I know what that's about.
Do you?
You remember at the beginning of all this, there were like people that worked in doctor's surgery, like doctors, nurses, and all that sort of thing, trying to get to work. But then there were people in like full like hazmat. Like they were wearing those paper suits with the face masks, and they were holding hands in the road, preventing people from getting to work.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's talking about.
I don't know that he. Well, okay, that in general, but
I'm pretty sure. Is that what you're talking about, Hikura?
Well, walking into the Capitol, he said. So, I don't know. specifically the issue, which is why I'm more asking exactly for a summary of the issue.
Yeah. Short summary.
Yeah. I have thoughts, I think, but it really depends on some of the situation. And I'm not very familiar with it and wouldn't know where to look. I got to go pick up some groceries. See you guys. See you later, Race. Thanks for stopping by, honey.
Bye, Race. You may leave the corner now, just because you're leaving.
Yeah. You can leave to go to the door, but you can't stop in between. Sorry.
Yeah.
To shout your puns and bad jokes from the corner.
Yes, well, we can all ignore them.
Yep. I'll time his ass out.
You know, JJ really does send me some really messed up stuff, and it's hilarious.
John says, I'm sorry, not John. I was looking at Lion Patriots right above it. My grandmother made all her grandkids sock monkeys. I was the only grandkid who took care of mine. Oh, sweet.
Oh. See, I have a teddy that I've had. It's not really a teddy, it's a bunny rabbit. But I have had this bunny rabbit since I was 6 months old. It was given to me by my dad when I was in hospital with the measles at about 6 months old, and to keep me company, and I've had it ever since. His name is Bunny.
Aww. It's so sweet.
Oh my god, this rabbit is huge. It's so big. It stands about this tall. It's got massive feet. And I love it. And I used to like cuddle its ears because it had really long floppy ears. Still does, actually.
Not the only thing. It's floppy. Well, I mean, wait, that's not good.
It's got big floppy ears and massive feet, and I used to sleep in between its legs, like in between its feet.
Kinky.
I would no, adorable.
He said protesters in Lansing have been harassing lawmakers to where citizens with guns are escorting people into and out of the Capitol. I mean, it seems like, just like some good citizens have stepped up to protect them and keep, protesters away.
Pat says
but the thing
he's
about
gonna
protesting...
get a pet bunny and name it Shoe.
Mm-hmm. But the thing about...
As in, like, shoe on head?
Mm-hmm. Because she has a bunny named Ollie. He just had a birthday about a week ago.
Ah.
All
right, you were saying.
So, I don't know the specifics of the situation. Like, there are definitely people who are protesting wanting the government to reopen. However, I have a feeling that the reason that there's being armed escorts is because there's been some, this is me extrapolating, there's been some violence already. And I don't think that's ever the answer. I don't think it's ever the right way to go about making change with your government or getting them to do anything outside of their oppressing you and coming to you with guns. Then you should be able to defend yourself and take back your country. However...
Well, see, the thing is, we've seen this throughout history where people want changes, so they protest. But then then lawmakers start thinking, yeah, we can start changing things, but then people turn violent before these changes are made. And because shit gets violent, people then go, well, if they're violent now, can you imagine how bad they would be if we give them what they want? This is what happened during the suffrage movement. Here in the UK, during the suffrage, we had two separate factions. There were the suffrages and the suffragettes. The suffrages were doing it the correct way. They had peaceful protests, and they were having talks with people that could actually make changes. And they were starting to change a lot of minds. And then a separate faction, the suffragettes, broke off of the suffrages and started putting bombs in mailboxes, blowing up train stations, and all this sort of thing. And a lot of people were like, fucking hell, do we really want to give these women the vote? Because they're this violent without having the vote. Do we really want to give them more like power politically, because if they're doing this shit now, can you imagine what sort of shit they will do if we give them the right to vote? And so as a result, the suffragettes actually hindered getting the right to vote by about 3 years. They slowed it right down. We would have got the right to vote a lot sooner if it wasn't for them doing that.
Yeah. That's no bueno. That's not good at all.
And this is why Martin Luther King advocated for peaceful protest. Because protest is the voice of the unheard. And you are far more likely to get what you want if you I'm not going to say don't cause trouble, because protests are trouble. They block streets, and it does cause issues. But then there are also things where there were, like, when the Equal Rights Act or something, where like disabled people, they couldn't get into public buildings. So a group of 80 protesters went up to City Hall, and they climbed out of their wheelchairs, and they put down their crutches and their walkers and all that sort of thing, and they dragged themselves up the steps to the building. And there was something like 80 to 100 steps up to this public building. And just because of that show of this is what we have to do if we want to get into this public building, the laws were changed, and now they've got ramps and all that sort of thing to get into buildings, especially public buildings.
Mm-hmm.
See, there is a right way to go about protest, and there is a wrong way to go about protest.
Agreed. Hikaru says, but now the protesters are trying to talk about how they want gun control.
Of course they are. Because they can't harass people, because there are people there with guns saying, no, fuck you.
And it says,
let them do their jobs.
All the idiots that are wanting to reopen and doing protests with loaded assault rifles and harassing lawmakers. Oh, this is all the idiots that are wanting to reopen and doing protests. They're doing protests with the I'm a little confused. Are the people doing the protecting are armed, or are the people doing the protests armed? Because that's a different story. Like, it's one thing to be like, hey, I'm armed so no one will pull anything while I'm out here protesting. It's another thing if you're going out there to use your weapon to threaten people and make them feel unsafe. That's not okay.
Well, that's the difference between carrying and brandishing.
Mm-hmm.
See, the difference there is, if you are just carrying a rifle, you're perfectly within your rights to do that. However, if you are standing there holding it with your finger next to the trigger, that is considered brandishing, because you could at any moment shoot someone, and you are deemed a threat, and that is not legal in the US. Well, it's not legal at all in the UK.
Yeah.
We don't have the same rights as you. Liberate us, please.
The protesters are all the reopen Michigan and you can't touch my guns crowd. Oh, okay.
That's good. Don't touch. Keep hold of your guns, people. Don't let the government make it so that you have to register your guns. Don't allow your government to make it so that you have to have a license to have your gun. Stick with the background checks. Keep the background checks, because background checks are good.
Right, but how do you keep up with who's had a background check and who hasn't, and who's,
Well, in order to buy a gun, you have to go into a gun shop, you fill in the paperwork, they run your name, you hand over your license to prove that you are actually who you say you are on the paperwork, and they run a background check.
I'm not
and
really
all like law enforcement and all that sort of thing, they are all obligated to send all of their information that they have on everyone to a central hub, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where they do the background checks from.
Well, see, that's a big part of the problem is that there is no central
hub. A lot of, well, yeah, they do. It's the FBI.
No. The FBI still would have to get data from like local agencies, and they don't always share with each other.
No,
there's nothing mandating the other agents. That's one of our big problems with our government system here is there's nothing mandating that the agencies share information with each other. And that's why 9/11 happened, honestly, because
9/11 happened because
9/11 happened because one group knew what was going to happen, didn't take it seriously enough, and should have handed the information over to another group that would have taken care of it before it ever happened. And it was a big ball drop on our part, and it came back to bite our country. And
you had one agency saying, we don't need to talk to you people. And then you've got another agency like, we don't want to talk to you anyway. Mm-hmm. And then these people slipped through the cracks and nearly 3,000 people died.
Yep. And even more damage was done. Our country was never quite the same after 9/11. Simply because of the way the country reacted to it. So few criminals caught in the background check have been prosecuted that is statistically irrelevant. I would still disagree. One that it does catch
to go and buy guns legally. They tend to buy them off the street.
Let me finish my sentence, Tally, and you can comment. Well, for starters, even a few criminals I feel like might be worth it, but at the same time, it's not always just about catching the criminals as in making sure that somebody is eligible or, if somebody has had priors, but they may still be allowed, to be on the street. It's not about catching the criminals necessarily. It's about making sure that person should have a gun to begin with. For example, if I go in and rob a bank and I do my 20 years, get out, they don't want me to have another gun. They would want me to, not stay away from firearms pretty much because I just went and did an armed robbery. So
that's a felony.
They want to be able to look
it up. They run your name, it'll come up that you have a felony.
Exactly why they should. It's not that I need to go back to jail necessarily, but I should not have a gun in that case. And I don't see much of a problem with that, in my opinion. If you committed an armed robbery, you kind of gave up that right to begin with, but you should have known better before you went and tried to rob a bank with a gun.
But like I said, the people who have felonies, they don't tend to buy their guns legally. They tend to buy it off some sleazeball on the street who they are familiar with. They don't tend to go to gun shops, gun shows, all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because these people will run background checks and it'll be like, sorry, mate, you got a felony, can't help you. Bye.
Yeah. I have a feeling I'm upsetting some of the people in chat with some of the comments that I've made because, there are definitely people who are more gun rights absolutist. I'm not a gun rights absolutist, unfortunately. I do believe that people should have the right to bear arms and that there should be probably less limitations than we have on guns. I wouldn't even say less, different types of control and limitations. We need different types of control, not the control we have now, because it's ineffective now, in my opinion.
Well, I'm of the mindset that you should have extensive background checks, but extensive background checks can take like 5-10 minutes, provided all of the information has been given to the relevant parties and is on the system.
Yeah.
Felons should not lose their right to bear arms because of own guns because they are felons. They have that title because they did something so atrocious that they took away someone else's rights in one way or another, and therefore they lose certain rights themselves.
As it says, if someone is caught lying on a Form 4473, they should be prosecuted, as that is what the law requires, but they're often not. That is the problem. The system fails. The problem then isn't with the system. The problem is with the people enforcing it. The system is good. The system would work if, you'd had gun shops that would go, hey,
you're chatting shit on your foot. Hey, you're chatting shit on this form. I'm going to send this off to the police and show them that you're chatting shit on this form.
Right.
And then you will be prosecuted.
And if that's the case, because then it would be taboo thing to lie on those forms, and you would know better to not do it. In that case, it is the actual gun shops that are to be held accountable. They should be held accountable for not reporting those kind of things. And it's like, okay, hey, we ran a background check on this person. They came back, with bad information. We need to see their application.
They said they had, hey, we ran a background check on this person. They said they had no history of violence or anything like that, no felonies. We ran it, and it turns out they actually had a felony for doing XYZ. They lied on this form. I am going to hand this over to the police and show them that they lied on this form.
Carly goes, then there is the people that are crazy AF that somehow are able to buy a gun and be shooting shit up the day later because their coffee was cold. I think that's a little more of a...
That doesn't happen with, like, so much.
Well, it does, but the problem is again, it's people in the system dropping the ball. We have a system in place for these checks and balances, but I don't feel like we're checking on these people enough. Like a lot, like to take Sandy Hook, for example. Take the Sandy Hook shooting. That was a terrible, terrible tragedy in the history of this country. All those little children.
Yeah, it was.
But there were people in this guy's life that should have checked on him, that should have gone to, knew he was mentally unstable. I'm pretty sure if I recall correctly, they allowed him to, still have that gun, like be around that gun. He knew where that gun was, and they still kept it in the house, and they still, kept it in a place that wasn't secure.
Then there's also like the Columbine shooters.
Mm-hmm.
Now, these people, they shouldn't have had those guns in the first place. And the way they got those guns was already illegal. They stole these guns out of someone else, like one of their grandfather's safe or something. Already a felony. Now, no extra gun laws put in place would have prevented that. Because they already broke the law in order to get the guns anyway. So you can't hold the grandfather who owned the guns responsible for that, because he secured the guns, but they broke into his safe. Now, yes, he should have changed the code, but he couldn't foresee that his grandson and his grandson's friend were going to break into his safe, steal his guns, and go shoot up a school.
Yeah.
So, they broke the law in how they got access to those guns anyway.
As says during Fast and Furious, which is not the movie that you guys are referring to. That's not the movie. Gun shop owners called in suspicious people who wanted to buy multiple rifles at a time, but were told by the ATF to, quote, make the sale. But later blamed shop owners. Well, I'm not even talking about the ATF, just like local law enforcement would, I'm not entirely sure of that situation, and I feel like there's more context needed there before I can comment on it, but, and Ryan says they don't have to hand the form over to the police. A notification is sent directly to police if someone with a felony is checked in the system as attempting to purchase a firearm. Well,
then it's the police that dropped the ball, not the gun shop owners. The gun shop owners did everything right.
I mean, like I said, I don't know why that's not, if someone with a felony is not getting flagged in the system. If they're getting flagged in the system, why they're not being dealt with. That doesn't make any sense to me. Why we're not holding them accountable. So, I don't think.
The issue with these systems is that there are people in, the systems are fine. The system works. The issue is people.
Mm-hmm.
People make mistakes. People don't do things that they should do. It's human error.
Mm-hmm.
That's what causes a lot of these issues. Now, if you are doing a job, and if you've got a job and you don't do that job and people get hurt, you should be held accountable.
The fact is, give a crazy person a gun, they will shoot you in the back. See, the problem I do have a problem with that argument too.
I disagree. People with mental illnesses are less likely to be violent to others and more likely to turn that violence upon themselves.
Not necessarily, depends on the mental illness. But I was going to say, I get a issue with saying that a person with a mental illness can't own a firearm.
I have a mental illness.
Exactly. That is my point. Is that not everything that's classified a mental illness or something like that is necessarily something that will cause a person to have violent tendencies necessarily. I'm trans.
Well, the type of mental illness I've got, I am...
Tally, finish my sentence, please. I'm trans, for example. I have gender dysphoria. That is classified as a mental illness. That would prevent me from buying a firearm if we held people to that standard.
Yeah. Even though, again, gender dysphoria tends to be one of those illnesses where people turn violence upon themselves rather than other people. Just like my type of mental illness, I am far more likely to be violent and harm myself than other people.
Yeah, and there's even somewhat of an argument to be made against the self-harm thing of like, okay, because people with a mental, with a mental illness could harm themselves as well. And there's an argument to be made there, but I don't think it's necessarily the...
Well, it has to be done on a case-by-case basis, doesn't it?
Yes and no. So that's the problem, is you can't necessarily do that every single time. That's the same thing about, like having trans people in the military. They had to make it a blanket rule because a case-by-case basis doesn't always work.
Well, the thing about trans people in the military is you wouldn't have someone with diabetes in the military.
Ryan Walters makes a good point. All those 88 shooters.
They need their insulin.
Mm-hmm.
Without it, they will die, and then they're no good to anyone as a soldier. Now, if you have to hunker down somewhere, you are not going to have access to your
medication.
Yeah, and then you become a issue. With your type of issue, if you don't have your medication for 24 hours, you get skittish and
I get depressed. If I miss my medication for a day, I can miss a couple of doses. It depends on the day. Usually, if I'm sat down here minding my own business, playing on the computer, I can have a really bad day if I miss a day of my medication.
If you've got to keep busy, though.
If I'm busy, I probably won't feel as good, but I'll be too distracted to really worry about it too much until I get alone downtime. Like I tell people, my hormones don't really do a whole lot for my body because I'm 33. My body is pretty much done growing and changing in the ways it's going to. However, when it comes to my brain chemistry, it does help that a lot.
Now, can you imagine if you were in the military, you went into a situation where you had to hunker down and you were there for like a week and you ran out of medication?
Yep. Because I didn't bring enough, it was just time to swap over. I didn't have any.
You would be no good to anyone, that like any of your fellow soldiers. You would actually be a hindrance.
I would be I'd be a risk.
Yes, you would be a very high risk, and that is why trans people shouldn't be allowed in the military.
Yeah,
all of the things, like very few of them actually want to join the military. Like I noticed this, that when Donald Trump said like no trans people in the military, most trans people were like, we don't care anyway. Like people like you, real trans people.
Darn, I'm not gonna get drafted. That's unfortunate.
But then the people that were freaking out about it were people that, first of all, aren't trans. Second of all, had no interest in joining the military in the first place.
Yeah.
They're the ones going off on it.
Yeah.
And, like, no one cares what these people have to say about the issue because they are not the ones it affects.
Cishet office workers, you mean? They're never going to go near a gun, let alone a military installation.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Hi, Kefki.
Kefki says, I'm here. It's safe now. You can all rest safe. LOL. Well, you got here just in time to help us wrap up the stream. Because I think we've exhausted this subject and argued back and forth with people in chat. And
yeah, we're an hour and a half. Well, we're an hour and 40 minutes in, so
we got stuck on the guns subject and just kind of went places. But anyway,
Tally likes guns.
No, anyway, while these are, I would like to point out, while these are mine and Tally's opinions, even she and I don't entirely disagree on things. I've disagreed with some people in chat, but they're just disagreements. At the end of the day, it's politics, and we're all still friends. So.
Well, it's like the other day. Me and a couple of other people were in a voice chat, and Happy Dude disagreed with us on politics, and we all disagree on certain aspects. Like, Happy Dude was like, I don't like Trump. I wouldn't vote for Trump. I hate him. He's an awful human being. And me and Sam were like, yeah, he's an asshole. Of course he is.
I was trying to finish my thought, but I got interrupted.
Sorry.
Yes.
I'm bouncing.
I know you are, and I'm aware. Just let me finish the thought, because Hikaru thinks I'm mad now, and I'm not mad. No, I'm saying
I will mute myself so I can't talk over you.
Okay. We're not getting mad over it. We're just having a discussion about it, and I like that we can do that here. I like that we can talk to each other and say, well, here's my opinion, and there's your opinion, and yes, they don't agree, but we can present the ideas to each other and help each other think about these ideas a little more. Because if ideas aren't challenged and taken and examined and challenged, they may or may not hold up under pressure. So if they don't hold up under pressure, what good is an idea, you know?
Well, you know what? I am aware that there are some things I am wrong on, and if I am wrong on these things, I encourage people to challenge me on my ideas. And just be respectful.
Yeah, and
don't come at me and shout at me about it, and just be like, "You're racist. You're wrong. Fuck you." Don't come at me like that. Yeah. Because if you come at me like that, I am just going to be like, "Well, you're like this because you can't challenge my ideas with your own ideas."
Kefki's like, S&M logo looks awesome. Great work, Polly. Well, we had your picture up there at the beginning there, Kefki.
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
We also had Sam's song.
Yep. We'll put it up for the outro as well.
Yeah, we should do it. Do it.
But
then we don't have to sing until the stream ends.
Right. I can just kill OBS and it'll be done. So with that said, we love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me and Tally. We are so grateful that you guys are here, that the show even exists, that people want to watch us, you know, sit here and shoot the shit for a couple of hours almost now, because we're up to like an hour and 44 minutes, just an hour and 44 minutes. So
something like that.
Thank you so much, guys. If you want, Tally and I will be hanging out in the S&M Discord for about another hour, 45 minutes before we go play D&D. So we'll be over there in the S&M Discord. There's a link to the Discord in the description. If you aren't in there already, you can come hang out with us in voice chat.
Come challenge our ideas.
Yes, come challenge our ideas. Tell Tally how wrong she is. I mean, what?
Change my mind. I encourage people. I encourage people to come and change my mind. I really do.
So, with that said, we love you all. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
We love you. Bye. And yes, Kefki, Samsung will play.
Yep, I'll play it on the outro. Bye.
Bye.
Lay back, relax, enjoy it all. Saturday night, it's time to say no more. S&M with Tally and KRC. Come pleasure or pain, welcome to the stream.